I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Last time I saw you, you were playing in 30-degree weather on 70K.
Yep.
Was that the was that the coldest you've ever played?
It was one of them. It was definitely one of them. There was no way to get warm.
No.
Like nothing could help. My fingers just felt frozen the whole time.
Was it difficult to play?
Yeah, very, very difficult. I just the fingers wouldn't get going because couldn't get warm enough. But you know what? The crowd made it worth it because the crowd was going still having fun and having a blast. So
Oh yeah, I was out there too. Yep.
yeah, if you see the crowd having a good time, then it takes shit like that off your mind.
Fair enough.
Just
All right, so let's jump into Living Wreckage then. Let's start here. How did this come about?
okay, so after Shadows Fall broke up, I went to Anthrax, and um, I always knew I wanted to start something again. Um, so I just kept compiling riffs and songs, and didn't know exactly what I was going to do with it. Matt and I from Shadows Fall kept talking, like, all right, we got to start something new. We got to start something
Right.
new. But Anthrax is just constantly on the road, and there was just no time to do it. And then 2019, Anthrax wrapped up for all Kings tour,
Right.
and that was in, I think our last show was either September, October of 2019, and I knew I was going to have some time off, so I was like, I'm going to try to find a group of guys to jam with on this. But then I ended up having way more time off than I thought I was going to because after that,
Right.
it hit the fan.
Right.
So I had nothing but time on my hands, and just kind of started showing material to different guys and feeling out the situation. And I think the lineup was completed by February of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and we put out. I think the first record came out in 21. I think.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I was not familiar, so I've been out of
yeah.
the loop, I guess, on this.
So that's kind of how that came about. Um, it's just basically it's 80s, 90s, early 2000s metal, hard rock, and if you put it in a blender, living wreckage
Oh
happens.
yeah. All right. Fair enough. So right side of sanity sounds like a battle between conviction and collapse. What was the first real life frustration that gave the song its initial spark?
So I don't write the lyrics. So Sage, our singer, would be better in telling the meaning. But that song, I had that riff, the main riff, hanging around since I think I want to say um, maybe 2014. There's actually a guitar video on YouTube, and I was demoing out a pedal. I was that I was behind and playing at the time. And if you go on there, you can go check it out, and the riff's there. So
Really?
that's how old that riff is.
That's funny. It was just bouncing around until it finally fit somewhere.
Yeah, and I was hoping to get a band sooner, but like I said, I was always busy with Anthrax staying on the road. So um, once 2019 and 2020 and all that happened, it really gave me the time to put this all together.
Okay. So how do you straddle the line between your sounds rooted in old school metal and then kind of make it relevant in 26? Do you do something specifically? Is it a thought process?
It really isn't. It's the music that I love, and everyone in the band too. We were all such fans of 80s, 90s, and early 2000s metal and hard rock. We love everything from Bon Jovi to Carcass.
Yes.
And with this band is we try to put it in there and make it sound like it's not weird or anything,
Right.
just try to make it all round out so you're not like just try to make it happen so it doesn't sound awkward.
Right.
And I think we're on the right path.
What's your favorite 80s band from that time frame? I'll tell you mine. You're gonna laugh at me. Most people do, but I love Faster Pussycat. I fucking love that band.
So I love all that shit, dude. I love whatever they want to call hair metal.
Yeah.
I just think it's a stupid word for it because I don't know. Like people call Tesla hair metal, but they didn't look any different than a thrash band.
No, no
They
different
didn't
than
have
Exodus or anything, right?
they didn't have the big hair or makeup. They still had the tight jeans and the white high tops.
Right.
They didn't look any different than the Thrashers. But I can understand how I never drew that line in the sand between I gotta like hair metal or thrash metal.
But
Um,
there was a line growing up, right? Where did you grow up?
Massachusetts, but I think too is maybe because I got into that. I got into like Bon Jovi and Def Leppard super young, probably around 6, because Slippery When Wet was my first tape. My first tapes were in 1986 for Christmas. I got Slippery When Wet and Eat 'em and Smile. And I got my first boom box.
Off to the
So
races.
that was it. Yeah, and then I was super into all that stuff and Skid Row, Guns N' Roses, all that, Cinderella. And as I got older, I got into stuff like Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth.
Right.
And then after that came death metal. And then
But I
but
clearly remember this weird point, like where you mentioned it, like it was hair metal, and I couldn't listen to those guys or that kind of stuff.
yeah,
It was just strictly this weird thing, and I don't know when it finally changed, and then music is music or whatever. But I was definitely in the poser side, I guess you would call it.
yeah. And I understand it. I think maybe it was because I was younger then and I didn't have to pick a side. Like I said, I grew up on the hair metal
Right.
first, and then I went into it.
Right.
So I already liked it, and I wasn't going to deny it. I like what I like,
Right.
but I understand why guys like Anthrax and Megadeth and stuff like that didn't like it because to me it felt when Shadows Fall first started, which was mid late '90s,
Right.
new metal was at its height.
Right.
And that was the popular thing. That was on MTV all the time. That was on the radio. That was just getting shoved down your throat everywhere.
Right. Iowa.
So I could understand being a thrash band. You're like, I'm tired of this shit getting forced down because it was. It was just you
Right.
couldn't keep it. And that's how new metal was to me when I was in Shadows Fall. I'm like, I'm sick of it,
Right.
So I understand that. But to get back to your question, my favorite 80s band, Skid Row, probably. Or not even probably.
I think they sum up the whole thing.
All 3 records with Sebastian, I love. And
Yeah.
those never get old. You can put them on at any time, and I'm gonna be like, fuck yeah, all
I
right.
listen to the first one all the time, like doing domestic chores or something. It's always on. And
Yeah.
yeah, the first one's amazing.
But yeah, I mean, if I'm having some drinks at home, I'm putting on Hair Nation and
Out of the cellar on vinyl. Holy
oh yeah.
shit, man.
Dude, I love Rat.
Sorry, I got you way down a rabbit hole. I didn't mean to go
No,
here.
no, I could talk 80s metal because that's the stuff that gets me going. That's what started it all for me.
Yeah, me too.
That's
I
what
think,
made me want to play music was seeing those videos in the 80s, and those shows were larger than life. They just stuff
yeah,
was so big then that those guys in the band seemed like comic book heroes, or like they didn't seem like real people. They were just the
yeah,
ultimate rock stars. You're like, I could never be able to meet people like this. You just didn't
right.
think it was possible.
All right, so let's I guess get back to living wreckage. Sorry, this is my wheelhouse. I could be here all day.
Yeah, me too.
Are you guys taking this out on the road at all? Is that a thing?
We want to. That's the thing is we're trying to let people know it's not a side project. It's
Right.
it's a band. We all get together. We get in a basement and we jam. We don't email tunes or anything. We all get together
The way it's
and we
supposed to be.
and we write like the old days.
Yes.
And get a deal. We want to get a record deal, and tour and try to build it. Uh, like I said, we jam. It's a real band. We get together. There's no, all right, just emailing files back
That's
and forth.
where
It's
we
not
were,
that.
right?
Yeah, it's you know, we might like email each other a rough outline of a tune.
Right.
But then after that, we're all going to get in the room and we're going to talk about it and we're going to jam on it.
And
And
that's where the magic comes from, right? When you can
yeah,
bounce things off each other instead of sending sterile riffs over the internet. Yeah.
and that's why I want everyone there because you never know that someone could come up with that one bridge or say, you know what, maybe change these couple notes around in that riff. And if everyone's there, the better chance you have of having a better song. Because
Right.
I that's how I like to do it. And I don't want to be I don't think I'd ever want to just be an all right, I'm gonna email this song to you, you know, let's
Right.
if I'm starting something from the ground up, I want to be in the basement or a garage, you know, have some
Yeah.
beers with the guys, you know, just
So so organic, but so I think real.
yeah. I don't know. I think something that's missing these days in the hard rock metal world. I think a lot of bands are just emailing. All right, here's the tunes, and that's it. And I know even talked to some producers. They were saying some of the bands don't even know the songs when they go in the studio, or they've never played them together live.
Right. I talk to people, they've told me that, like, hey, we're on 4 different continents or something, and
Yeah,
we're
and
writing, then
I understand it too, and it is easier to be in a band now where you don't have to live near each other. But I like to jam every week and get together and
I think those of us who feel that way, you could feel it from a record too. I would dare say, right? You can listen to a record and know, I'm going to use that word again, the organicness of it as
yeah,
opposed to the
or just
email.
um even bands like to me like the greatest bands are if even if you took one guy away it changes that dynamics and you could even know if they weren't a main songwriter but if they replaced the drummer who maybe didn't write any of the songs but he was the drummer you know
Right.
that still changes the dynamics and my favorite bands are like yeah you can't take that guy away because without that guy
Right.
stuff's good it's gonna tilt another way I don't know if I want that.
Right. Because you get that vibe, right? I mean, you get that
Yeah,
magic in the bottle and you can't.
that that's you can't make that happen. It just happens.
Right.
You know, like the bands like Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses, Metallica, like that just
Yeah.
lightning in a bottle. That four or five guys, those 4 or 5 guys got together. Just
Right.
rarely
And the
happens.
rest of humanity is trying to figure out how they did it. So they,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you even ask some of the biggest bands, I don't even know how it happened. It's
right.
like, you know, like thank God we all met each other.
So you're going to be releasing more singles? Is that how you're doing this? Or is it eventually
Yeah,
an
we're
EP?
gonna release some singles and try to get some attention on it, and we're gonna do some shows. But we have right now we have 6 songs mixed and mastered.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna go in. I can send you it, and you can check out what we have,
Sure.
uh, and then we're gonna finish the record. I think late summer, early no, early fall, late
Hmm.
summer, and then hopefully the full record would be released 2027.
Oh, good. And then you got to find time around your other bands and
Yeah,
everything else that's going
but
on.
the thing is, with Live in Wreckage, they do have a fill in for me.
Oh, okay.
So if there's an Anthrax tour and I can't be there, there can be somebody there for me. They already did one show with this guy Nick. He's a great guitarist from Albany, Nick Stamas, and yeah, he'll be the guy if I can't be there.
Awesome. That brings me to the end of my questions. Did I miss something you wanted to cover? I know I just rambled, but
Um, no, I just our new single came out May 5th today. It's called Righteous Side of Sanity. Check it out on all platforms. YouTube's got a video. And keep an eye for Living Wreckage. We do some shows, looks like in August. And hopefully we'll tour sooner than later.
socials, living wreckage.
Yes, well, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, TikTok, all that.
All
So
right.
we're easy to find. And I would say if you're a fan of 80s, 90s metal, hard rock, then it might be up your alley and give it a shot.
Okay, so now that we've done that, I got a couple minutes. Can we circle back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's got a gateway record that got them into sort of like the hard rock, heavy metal, whatever this thing we're on. So for me, I remember going into a record store one day when I was in like high school across the street with my paper route money, and Diary of a Madman was on the wall, and I was like, what the fuck is that? But the
Yeah.
cover got me, and those first like five drum hits, I've been on this journey like the rest of my life, the last 50 years or something. What was that record for you?
So it was probably Slippery When Wet. Like I said, I got Slippery When Wet and Eat 'em and Smile for Christmas, and I want to say it was '86.
Hmm.
First boombox, and Bon Jovi was the band that they were the first ones, and I was like, oh, and then from there, it just snowballed.
It
And
gets in your DNA and it's over,
yeah,
right?
and then I saw Skid Row open up for Bon Jovi when I was like about 10, and then I only knew of Youth Gone Wild. That was the only thing I heard because it was on dial-in TV at the time.
Yep.
And when Skid Row came out, I was just blown away. I was like, oh man.
Yep. I remember that too. I remember seeing Guns N' Roses at a little club on Long Island before Appetite came out when they were wearing t-shirts and they had their hair, like Axl had his hair so fucking big with hairspray.
Yeah, that's when he teased it up.
Yeah. And it was this little club called Sundance out on Long Island. And
Now, when you saw that, was there something like there's gonna be something, or you're
was
like,
there an energy? Oh yeah. It was
yeah,
palpable,
like
dude. It was
there's
like, holy
something's about to
shit.
pop. I
Yeah.
always that like seeing when you see a band like that, or people who were seeing Metallica and like a 500-person club, if they just knew like, wow, this is something else. This is not what you see every day.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely electric. And it was
Yeah,
sold out because there was like, people used to read the Kerrang magazines and do all that stuff. And so
yeah,
there was a little bit of buzz on them.
yeah.
It wasn't
What
massive yet.
one? So the first time I heard of Pantera, they opened up for Skid Row because I was a Skid Row freak,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
and I wasn't really familiar with Pantera. And the heaviest thing I was listening to at the time was Metallica. So I'm trying to take it in because it's different
Right.
from and I'm like, it's pretty cool, pretty cool. But then I'm watching the audience kind of just they were going off, and I'm like, shit, this band's got something. They got
Right.
these people in the palm of their hands, and
Got
now,
that lightning in the bottle shit.
yeah. And then after that, since I saw them in concert, I was taking guitar lessons at the mall, and I would go right into the record store after guitar lessons, and I was like, well, I just saw this band. Let me pick up the CD. So I
Right.
picked up Vulgar, and it took me a couple listens, because I'm still trying to like get it.
Sure.
A little something different for me, and now they're probably my favorite band overall. But
Did you end up becoming friends with that? I mean, because you guys cross paths, right?
yeah, so we did the Shadows Fall did the Last Damage Plan tour, and we ended the we ended the tour in Albany, and those guys were just doing some shows home, so they had,
Yeah.
and it happened a couple days after that. So yeah, it was tragic, and I always say like Dime's probably my favorite guitar player because he had to me he checked off all the boxes. He was like great rhythm player, great songwriter, great lead player, great stage presence. He had the rock star aura. Everyone wanted to be around him and hang out, and he just no. But it's like very rare that you could check all those boxes. I mean, that's few and far between, and that's why there are guys like him, and he's up there with the greatest and the biggest for hard rock heavy metal guitars.
So it's fair to say you've had your fair share of Blacktooth grins.
Oh my god, I don't think there's probably like 3 nights out of that tour out of 5 weeks I wasn't blacked out. I was also like 25 or 26, so it was much easier.
Right. But I hear he was always a bad influence
Oh
when it.
yeah, oh man, he because I grew up on those Pantera home videos. That's watching that as a kid. And I want to go on tour. This shit looks awesome. These guys are having such a good time. And I remember when we got that tour, I go, oh man, I hope he's really like this. And sure enough, he was that guy. I'm like, oh, dude, he's everything I wanted him to be.
That's great. Well, John, I know I took you all over the place here, but I enjoyed
No, no
talking, man.
problem.
Thank you for taking the time. Let me know if you want to come back. You want to do more stuff. We can talk shit all day
Yeah,
long. So,
anytime, anytime, Bruce.